Okay, I'm back at the W3 schools. This time I'm going to do tabs, and the layout is a little bit different. You've got kind of the menu across the top here, and I'm going to do the same thing by adding the HTML, and I'm going to add the CSS in step 2, okay, and the JavaScript. All right, so I'm going to create a Dreamweaver document. So back here in Dreamweaver, I'm going to create new. I'm going to save it right away. File, save. Going to navigate to my USB, Art116, my name folder, and I'll call this tabs demo, and I'll do H for horizontal and save. Move my CSS designer out of the way. Going back to the W3 schools. And again, this is just the example. I'm going to go ahead and add the HTML. So I'm going to copy all the HTML. I'm going to go edit, copy. Going to flip back to Dreamweaver. I'm going to put this code in between the beginning and the end of the body tag. So I'm going to go edit, paste. Okay. Going back to the W3 Schools webpage, scrolling down, I'm going to add the CSS, making sure that I get all the code, including all the brackets. I'm going to go edit, copy, move the window out of the way. Going back to the CSS designer, I'm going to add it to the head of the document. So I'm going to add the new source for define in page. Get that out of the way. Created the style tag. So I'm going to go ahead and click after the beginning of the style tag to give myself some room. And I'm going to go edit, paste. Okay, the styling has changed now, but now I have to add the JavaScript that makes it interactive. Scrolling down, I'm going to copy all the JavaScript, edit, copy. Going back to my code in Dreamweaver, I want the JavaScript to be right before the end of the body tag and after this div tag. So I'm going to type out caret script. Okay, it popped up for me right here. Caret. I get the end tag as well when I do it that way. I give myself some room here. In between the beginning and end of the script tag, I'm going to click right down here and paste. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and preview, get my CSS designer out of the way, and I'm going to preview in the web. It's going to prompt me to save. And I've got tabs. Again, I could change the text, and I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll just leave this text the same, although I could change it. Okay, scrolling up, looking at what's in the body tag. Here you've got London, which matches up here. I could change it to something else. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll change it to animals. I'll change that to cat. Change it over here. Instead of Paris, maybe I'll do dog. Instead of Tokyo, I'll change it to snake. Changes over here. I would want to change the H3 right here. So it doesn't say London anymore. Maybe, again, I'll have it match this button. So I'm going to, instead of London, I'll type the word cat. Okay. Instead of London is the capital city of blah, blah. I'll get rid of that by hitting my delete key and paste in my lorem ipsum. I'll scroll down. Instead of Paris, I'm going to change it to dog. I'll go ahead and grab this paragraph content, hit the delete key, paste in some lorem ipsum. Instead of Tokyo, I'm going to change the word to snake. Instead of Tokyo is the capital city, I'll go ahead and delete that and paste. Next, I think I'm actually going to try adding an image as well. So I'm giving myself a little bit of room. Actually, I'll add it after the paragraph tag, and I'll go Insert Image. I'll navigate to my image folder. I don't have a picture of a snake, so I'll just grab something small, maybe like this button, add it in there. I'm going to go ahead and preview on the web, saving the document. I've got those tabs, cat, dog, and snake, and that image was also incorporated. Again, you could add images as well by inserting them. I'm going to go ahead and close that. If I want it to be a certain width, meaning not going across the document, and maybe I want to put it in a section of my web page, and the section is maybe 600 again, I could constrain the width. So I'll go ahead and do that. I want to make sure that I'm copying all the text that I need. So at the beginning of the body tag, I'm going to skip down and go all the way down until I get to the script tag, which I do not want to include. Okay, then I'm going to go Insert, Div, and I'll call the class my tabs, and I'll do H for horizontal. And I'll say OK. In my CSS designer, I'm going to add the selector for my tabs, H. It's down here. I'm going to go into layout, pixels, and again, doesn't matter what the width is for this demonstration, but I'll do 600 again. Okay. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to make sure that really it was not 600. 600. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and preview on the web again. Nice. If I scroll up to the CSS code, okay, they give me some hints here. The gray text is hints. I could change the background color. I could change the border on the tabs. I could change the colors of the actual buttons. I could change the background color of the buttons on hover. So if I hover over them, they're going to change styles. Again, some more color properties, and I could change the content area. Maybe I want to display a little bit differently, or maybe change the font. I could always add those. I'll go ahead and go to my tabs. I'll go to the background properties. Again, just for an example, this time I'll do maybe a pinky color, I guess. Change those properties. I'll come down to the buttons, and okay, I'll go ahead and see what happens if I change this property. I'm going to go ahead and again, that changed this color. The pink changed the whole background color. Go ahead and preview. See if I can change the content area. Coming back to the CSS Designer. Tabs content. Maybe I'll do a light gray. Okay. If you remember that the content area had, let's go back down here, the content area had a P tag and had an H3. I'm going to go ahead and change the H3. I'm going to add a selector for that. And maybe I'll change the text here. I'll change the font family to something very different. I'll do impact. And I'll change the color to red as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and preview on the web again. Okay, and the only one that I changed as far as the H3 was the one that pertained to the section for the snake, but you certainly could go about and maybe even do a global font for the whole tab. All right,